base and the Prime Minister there,
Yes.
with S-400 in the backdrop.
Should we move to the next story? Okay. Rhythm will take us to the Red Fort attack and what it, the year that we just passed, 2025. Big year, last 2 months especially, Rhythm.
Yes, absolutely. The Red Fort attack, very crucial also because this, after the 26/11 attack, which we had covered in 2008 and Arnab had been at the very front of covering what it meant. This was an attack, a rare terror attack at the very heart of the capital where the term white-collar jihad had now come out. This was not only attacks by people who were just coming like the Kasabs. This was attacks by the doctors and the engineers. For the very first time, the definitions in the Delhi riots case changed and engineers and doctors became a very crucial part of what was now being defined as the suicide attack bombers by the Jaish-e-Mohammeds. In fact, the bomber in this case, identified as Umar Nabi from Kashmir, was also a doctor. Faridabad became very crucial. And 10th November 2025, Aishwarya, the deadly car bomb blast that ripped through that area near Red Fort, investigators saw it as a suicide attack initially. Later, Jaish's role came out. Shravan, I remember speaking with you about it. We had a sort of, talk about it, all of us. We spoke about the security movement at that time. What was found in Faridabad? You had a very interesting anecdote when you told us about what actually led from Jammu and Kashmir to trace this and stop something that could have been far deadlier.
The Shopian.
Yeah, so it wasn't something that was planned in the last 1 month or 2 months. The very fact, the information that we had got was the large amount of arms and ammunition that were being procured, and they were stored not very far away from our studios here, barely about a few kilometers from here, 2 storehouses, which these jihadi doctors were actually keeping. And Al-Falah University became the fulcrum of this entire investigation. The reality is this, and perhaps the threat that we face today is of radicalization. This comes out from the Red Fort case.
To a level which we've never seen before.
Yeah. Should we play the clip?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, let's please look at that. Here's what happened. Red Fort attack the moment we broke the story.
Capital, where we're given to understand that there has been some chaos. In fact, some reports coming in of some explosives. These are some reports coming in from the Red Fort area, where we're given to understand that some sounds of explosion had actually come in. Not very sure at this point in time as to what really has happened. We're trying to get more details. In fact, on your screens right now, this has happened close to the Red Fort is what we are being told. I'm trying to get in more details right now from our reporters on the ground. The first report basically came in from Red Fort. There was an explosion-like sound that was basically heard, and that's exactly what has happened right now with these reports now coming in. Call of an explosion. In fact, this was the first call that basically came in. Call of explosion in a car that was near Red Fort area is what we are being told. Red Fort Metro Station, gate number 1, after which 3 vehicles also caught fire. Fire department says that they've received a call of explosion in a car. In fact, not very sure whether at all this is with regards to a normal, perhaps a vehicle basically catching fire, but there has been a fire brigade has basically received a call in which during the call there was reports coming in that they've heard an explosion-like sound that came in from a car that was parked near the Red Fort Metro Station. This has happened near gate number 1, which is basically closer to North Delhi, where we are being told that 3 vehicles also caught fire. Fire department says that they have received a call of explosion in a car.
If you're watching this tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the blasts, let me tell you, were extremely severe. It was extremely severe. We have NIA on the spot, the National Investigating Agency. SB is on the spot. You have latest reports coming in. 24 people have been injured. There are 9 casualties. If this is a terrorist incident, because we can't say so till we get an official confirmation, then I can say this is a major incident without doubt. And this is happening in the backdrop of certain events, ladies and gentlemen, where there has been huge amounts of ammunition which has been found with sleeper cells of terrorist groups And these findings have been there from Delhi to Gujarat to Uttar Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. As of tonight, India's national security grid is on an overdrive, an absolute overdrive. And if I may, yes, Niranjan, and if I know we've got a fantastic studio, but if you can run the visuals also while we are speaking over this, I just want to tell you that there are two 10s. There is 10th of November when this attack happens, and there is the 10th of May when, unfortunately, Trump declares the ceasefire for us. In 7 months, we had become complacent again. We keep talking about terrorism. We were totally complacent. We forgot Pahalgam. We thought life is hunky-dory, everything is fine. The first response of the Delhi police was denial. I want to embarrass the Delhi police and remind them again. Their first response was that it was a denial. There was a story put out, I don't know who, that this is a gas blast, cylinder
something
blast.
Of that sort.
Cylinder blast. And I remember, if the footage can be played, please, I remember going and seeing the footage. I remember because there was this moment when even Shravan, you were getting information, Niranjan was getting information. It's a cylinder blast. And I said, this doesn't seem like that. What the hell is going on?
And when
right? And I remember going to a corner of our newsroom, sitting in with the NLE editors, and I told the producers, can you just show me the footage, show me the footage, show me the footage. And you know, I've this years of experience of the footage saw things strewn over a half a kilometer area, to be honest, or maybe 200 meters at least. This is obviously not a cylinder blast.
Obviously.
And I thought there was media management, narrative management going on for the first, like you don't have instructions from the top whether to accept that it's a terror strike or not. So I realized this is complete rubbish. We didn't know about the Hyundai car, we didn't know, but there are obvious things that appear to you. First is, when has this happened? It's happened around 7 o'clock. This is peak hour. Where has it happened? It's happened near Red Fort.
Main interjection.
Gate 1 metro station.
Main red light.
Right? Where the maximum it's
Entry
right
to
opposite,
Chandni Chowk.
right opposite entry to Chandni Chowk,
Right
about
opposite the main
100
entrance.
meters away from where the Prime Minister
Fort,
addresses the nation. Straight line, right? And so many people affected, such a wide area. And then we get all the clips which start coming out.
That's when you
The
decided to
CCTV
send
clips.
us, leave our shows from the studio.
I asked you
was
to
in the
go.
middle of
I asked all of you to go.
Yes.
I asked
We
all
rushed.
of you to go, but that's another 45 minutes. By the time you reached, these were the visuals which were on air. I said to myself, no, this is very big. Very, very big. I just wanted to come in with that one small input that everybody was in denial for the first 1 hour that this was an act of terrorism. Maybe the people of India felt that we have taught Pakistan a lesson, they are going to lie low. But we didn't realize is Pakistan emboldened by Trump. Munir is not going to lie low. Yes. It also is a lesson of what we will face as we enter 2026. The threat is always there and it's real.
Yeah. Going
when
back
we reached there, Abhishek, on spot I'll tell you, the chassis of the body, the chassis of that Hyundai car, it was shown all over more than 50 meters. The chassis of the body. The front part, the bonnet, the underbody of the car was shattered into 6 pieces. That was the intensity. There was still, I don't want to be graphic, but there were still parts, human parts lying around 50 meters away, and media was all over it. And I heard people coming in from as far as from Ballimaran, which is around more than 125 meters away, Abhishek, from there. More than 125 meters away, that their windows have cracked. That was the intensity of the blast.
Maybe more actually, yeah. And yeah, go ahead.
Please go.
Can I make a confession here? Because I'm guilty here. And I must say, because I got a call. Okay. In fact, this was from a very, very senior,
Was it a police officer, Shravan?
So tonight, yeah.
Shravan, was it a police officer?
I'm willing to admit it because I think so. You know, the brickbats that I received.
That was part of the plan for them.
And
maybe.
I think so. The officer.
Mentioned, you know,
I'm going to take this clip. I'm going to take
this was initial media
the
management
officer,
for them.
Dare you do this once again because it was embarrassing
He's
for
not
me.
saying that I went to him. I might as well share. I went to Niranjan and a very enthusiastic Shravan, enthusiastically breaking the news of sources telling them it could have been a cylinder blast. And I remember blasting both of them. And I said that, what the hell is this? Go and see the footage. To be fair to them, they both went, saw the footage, and I think all our experience tells us not. But you know, the bottom line is, Shravan, we had let down our guard.
Yes.
And I happened to go to the same place, Chandni Chowk, stand in the same place, right outside gate number 1 metro station just about 8-9 days back, and I just looked around left and right, and I realized only one thing: the vulnerability is there. You can't do
even now.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. In fact, Shravan, now that's where you go back to the reporting part of that moment. You know, there was this news break that came in just a few days before the terror attack at the Red Fort from Srinagar, where they bust a ring which was putting out posters, right, in Srinagar about threatening those who stand with India and Indian forces. Yeah. And the person who was caught in that CCTV footage is the person who was the suicide bomber in the Red Fort terror attack. The police was close on the heels of these people. So in a way, the tragedy could have been bigger.
Yeah. You see the footages
of those doctors.
This was about 3 tons of info that they had. 3 tons of explosives that they had. They could use barely about 20 odd kilos, right? Yeah. So the tragedy could have been much bigger.
Absolutely, so, and even today, Arnab, while we're doing this show, even today, 150 kgs of ammonium nitrate from Rajasthan. Has been recovered.
So it's not that it's over. The terror is a lived reality for us. For us,
it's a living
and presence. Another, this Al-Falah connection and the doctor indoctrination and rhythm that you were saying, white collar terrorism, it's just a name. It is the indoctrination which has happened over years and years and years, because till now, Arnab, a narrative was created that terrorist वो बनता है जिसके पास कुछ नहीं होता, उसको problem है, वो गरीब है. They were earning in lakhs. They had houses in more than 3 cities across the country.
But they still managed to.
So that narrative has been broken. No, but indoctrination, it is happening. It is happening. It's live and it's sticking even as we speak.
Yeah, but
so that's the point.
They've managed to pull out a headline from this also. For example, all the politicians in Kashmir after this tried to make it about how suddenly Kashmiris are being viewed in a certain way. Now, for us in the newsroom, we are in Delhi NCR and Al-Falah is in Delhi NCR. What? So that is how scary it is. It is right next to us, right? So I think it is a story that we will watch out for in the next year as well. 2026, white collar jihad, something that we have to be careful about in the year ahead.
The country has to be, the government has to be.
Should we go to the next story?
And it's also coming when we're going to have the Delhi riots judgment from the Supreme Court, which also spoke and hinted on the Red Fort's case and spoke about how white-collar jihad is now a reality.
Radicalization.
Yes, Raju had said it.
Yes. Okay.
I think we also have callers.
Okay, we'll take one more story and then we'll start taking your... By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking your calls live. You can speak to all of us. We're here in the studios. And the next moment from the year 2025, ladies and gentlemen, when Pakistan... And we're not talking about Pakistan. And you look at Red Fort attack, look at Pahalgam, look at Operation Sindoor. Did we have to play cricket with Pakistan? One of the questions that we will end the year with. Pakistan walked away with the Asia Cup trophy. By the way, we said don't play Pakistan, but they still went ahead and played Pakistan. This is the year the BCCI defied public sentiment. Here's what happened. The moment when the trophy chores embarrassed themselves.
India's hard-fought Asia Cup victory, the Indian team refused to accept the trophy from ACC chief Mohsin Naqvi, who also serves as Pakistan's interior minister. In fact, Pakistan goes on to argue on the fact that this is not sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the militant mindset of the Pakistani cricketers which have been completely exposed. As far as India is concerned, what is important to highlight is the fact that we have stood our ground. Well, there would be many who would argue whether at all India should have played the match or not. But having said that, a strong message has been sent out by India by not accepting the trophy from the Interior Minister. In fact, ACC Chief Mohsin Naqvi, who also serves as their Interior Minister, went on making bizarre statements. In a haze of embarrassment, their own officials ran away with trophies and medals. Now that Pakistan has stolen the trophy, they might as well flaunt it on their own news channels, claiming victory in the Asia Cup, just like the way they did during Operation Sindoor.
Yeah. I want to make a point. A few days back, this was the Asia Cup, ladies and gentlemen, but a few days back, Arnab, there was an Asia Cup under-19,
right,
where we played Pakistan in the finals. We got hammered by the Pakistanis in the finals. And you know what the Pakistanis is? Same Naqvi was in Dubai a few days back, handing the trophy, And the same Pakistani cricketers came back, went back to their country, and Asim Munir was there to welcome them. Sort of irritated us when we looked at those visuals, but I think my question to you is, what is your stand on playing Pakistan? Was that required?
No, we should not play Pakistan. We should not have played Pakistan. We should not make our country go through this all over again, where we appear to be indecisive. Now, so what if we are hosting the Commonwealth Games? So what if in reciprocity Pakistan does not come for the Commonwealth Games? We don't need Pakistan. Pakistan needs us. I'm so unhappy that the BCCI, which represents the collective will of all political parties in this country, went ahead and played Pakistan. Now you played Pakistan. After that, you realize the people are angry. Your viewership has fallen. Nobody is watching this rubbish anyway. Now they're going to renegotiate, I'm told, cricket rates on television because nobody is watching as much cricket anymore. People are disillusioned with so much cricket. But having played, then you say, oh, we will not shake hands with the Pakistani captain. That's absolute rubbish. You're playing Pakistan, and then you are going to say that Surya Kumar Yadav is not going to shake hands with Salman Ali Agha. That's drama. I request the Indian Cricket Board to keep the cricketers out of drama, not to force the cricketers to play Pakistan anymore. I think we called for the trophy chore moment.
Yeah.
We created a situation where they became trophy chore. Yeah, but by the way, this is our quota, trophy chore. We call them trophy chore. But why did we allow them to do that? I would still think that in 2026, the government of India must put pressure on the BCCI to stop playing Pakistan. Because people are fed up with this. This is duplicity. Yeah. You cannot have a strong position on Pakistan. And then look at the timing. All this nonsense is going on in September. In May, you have Operation Sindoor. In September, you are letting them walk away with a trophy that they don't deserve. And you're forcing the people of India to watch India play cricket with Pakistan.
And the guy has the cheekiness to say that please organize a formal event, then I'll hand over the trophy to you.
The thing is that we are allowing Pakistan to claim parity with us. They can't claim parity.
Yeah.
We are a big nation, they're a small country. We need to put them in their place. We made a big mistake, the big mistake, after Operation Sindoor, in my view. Okay. I don't think we should do it, especially with that fellow Naqvi, from Pakistan.
Interior Minister, Interior Minister of Pakistan.
Interior Minister, really bad, sad moment.